This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, your world leader in optics since 1917, and sponsored in part by Bergendal Eco Resort and Paramaribo, Suriname, the city of smiles. We've just arrived in Suriname. It's late at night. Let me tell you, I've had probably the best fun I've ever had on an airline before, flying with Incel Air via Curacao down into Suriname. Our birding adventure starts right now.
The time of your life. Now is the time it's swing right to the end of the line. Now is the time, it's the right time to come alive. Now is the time of your life.
Let's go birding!
Oh, now is the time.
Smoking ponies. Did you see that bird? This is the perfect habitat for this bird. Beautiful plumes. Look at the plumes on the neck and the head. Yeah! That's what I call birding. Awesome. That's our golden bird. This week's birding adventure takes us to the beautiful country of Suriname in South America. On this show, we're going to be featuring the birds of Suriname, but in particular, the frugivorous birds or the fruit-eating birds of the region. I'm here in Paramaribo, the bustling capital of Suriname, trying out some of the local jungle fruits. Now let's go find the birds that eat these fruits. Let's go birding. This week we're in Suriname looking for our golden bird, the Guianan Toucanet. And Suriname is a very easy destination to travel to, direct from Miami through to Curacao, and from Curacao straight to Paramaribo, the bustling little city of Paramaribo in Suriname. The starting point for a birding adventure in Suriname is the city of Paramaribo, which is known locally as the City of Smiles. This is a place where cultural tolerance is at its best. Right here in the middle of the city, we've got a synagogue and a mosque side by side. A perfect display of how much cultural tolerance there is. On this trip, we've been really surprised at just how friendly, how safe, and how unbelievably beautiful this destination is. Now, there are only at most 500,000 people in the entire country. Approximately 80% of the entire country is still covered by primary rainforest. Before we headed out into the jungles of the interior, we stayed at a quaint and surprisingly luxurious hotel called Hotel Krasnopolski in the heart of downtown Paramaribo. A great place to start your journey, and we headed from Hotel Krasnopolski out into the interior to a wonderful eco resort called Bergendal. Bergendal is a short drive from Paramaribo, and this place is absolutely luxurious. I mean, I've been to very few places in the neotropics that have this amount of luxury and comfort.
Let's go birding!
Well, this morning we're going to do something different, but nonetheless very exciting. I've been interested in snakes since a young boy, and we're very fortunate to have with us a resident herpetologist at Bergendal. This is Leroy, and he's going to take us out today. We're going to spend the whole day looking for some of the snakes in the neotropical jungles over here. What can we expect to find, Leroy?
Well, we might be lucky to find one of our very own pit vipers, or some very nice tree snakes. Maybe get lucky and get a nice anaconda. We hope to find something special.
Okay, well hold on. This is going to be really exciting. There's nothing like looking for snakes in the neotropics. Here he is. It's an indigo snake. Check out this, guys. All right. Phew, this is a beauty. Man, this is a big guy. Look at this. Whoa. All right. Man, Leroy, thanks buddy, this is awesome. Leroy spotted this guy. I went down and grabbed him. Isn't she just beautiful? Look at this baby. This is one of the larger constrictors, obviously not as big as the anaconda, but boy is she beautiful. Look at this. We didn't have any luck with the anaconda today, but we've had two gorgeous snakes. We've had a young fer-de-lance and we've had this baby. Oh man, am I happy. Let's let her go. Look at that. Wow.
Stunning reptile, yellow-tailed indigo snake.
Well, our snake adventure is not over yet. We've had an incredible day seeing two very unique species of Surinamese snakes, but we're going to now head out for the real prize of the evening, the emerald tree boa. This is a species of snake which can be quite difficult to find. We're going to head into the jungle here, walk along the banks of the Suriname River and try to see if we can have any luck. What do you think we'll have any luck with the snake? What are we looking for?
We're looking for eye shine up in the trees, particularly close together. Might find the tree boa, and they're very hard to find, maybe one in 100 square meters, but it'll be a sure prize.
Well, that sounds good. It is pouring with rain again, but this is going to be a great adventure. I don't mind getting wet to see one of these incredible snakes. Let's give it a whirl.
Get out of here.
Leroy, is that the snake? You got it?
Yeah, he's over here.
I think we've got an emerald tree boa. Let's go find out. This is a spectacular constrictor. What an awesome snake. Look at the lightning bolts on him. They get up to about 6 feet long. When they're youngsters, they'll often be an orange color. It'll take them about a year to mature into this beautiful green color. And what they'll do is they'll coil up on a trunk like that with their head facing downwards, and they'll strike at a bird and normally hit it in the head and then grab that bird and constrict it and then swallow it. What an awesome predator. They normally strike from above. You can see what he's doing now. He's trying to work his way up this tree and get away from us. Check this out. Emerald tree boa right here in Suriname. In fact, these emerald tree boas have got proportionately some of the longest fangs for any non-venomous snake. They use those fangs to grip onto their prey, and then they'll grip onto that prey and then constrict it and squeeze the life out of it. But look at these incredible lightning bolts on its body. What an amazing snake, the emerald tree boa. I mean, birding is super cool, but birding also has so much other stuff that goes with it. And when we're getting to experience incredible wildlife in a beautiful, untouched country like Suriname, there's nothing that beats this kind of birding. Well, after a torrential downpour yesterday afternoon and much of last night, it's dawned bright and sunny, as it so often does in the neotropics. Marshall's taking us this morning from Bergendal up the Suriname River to a patch of secondary forest where we're going to be looking for members of the tanager family. Euphonias, dacnyses, tanagers, and also honey creepers. This is going to be awesome. These birds are so brightly colored. They're all frugivorous birds feeding on fruit as well. And we're going to try and find some fruiting trees up the river here. Let's go. Of all the frugivores or fruit-eating birds, the tanagers are arguably the most beautiful. There are approximately 250 different species of tanagers worldwide, and this happens to be one of the best sites close to Bergendal to view tanagers. It's good because it's got primary forest behind us, it's got secondary growth, and it's got clearings. Now this is an area of very massive cultural and historical significance. Tell us a little bit about this, Marshall.
It is. This used to be a sugar plantation, and then they started in the 1400s and until the 1700s. So it's a very old, very historical place.
These houses were built by the early slaves on the plantations, and these houses, each one of these are 200 to 300 years old, these wooden houses. Quite incredible, but let's go find some tanagers, There's silver-beak tanagers flying around here, palm tanagers, blue greys in these open areas, and when we go more into the thickly forested areas, we should find some of the more difficult to see tanager species. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
So I think Marshall's found us one of the treats of neotropical birding, a mixed party of tanagers. Marshall, what do you got there?
Yeah, come. There's a flock of tanagers up here.
What have we got?
You can see,
Oh, there I've got, okay, there's
yeah,
a whole lot of,
tanagers flying around.
yeah.
I think there's some fruiting trees up here.
I've got turquoise tanager,
Oh,
yeah?
great.
Look at that.
Yeah, I can see it also.
Turquoise tanager right on top of the tree. Oh, that is awesome. Beautiful.
Did you see?
Bay-headed
Yeah,
tanager.
Again, bay-headed tanager, okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, great.
Palm, blue greys.
Great.
It's a whole big mixed party of tanagers right here. This is awesome.
Like it.
This is really great. Tanager parties are like a whole mixed assortment of different colored sweets. They're just flying, flitting through the branches here, and we've got reds and blues and turquoises and these bright yellows, bright oranges. There's just birds everywhere here. One of the treats of neotropical birding, a mixed tanager party. We're going to enjoy this for a couple of minutes because this is really good fun. I think we've got a euphonia at a nest here. Looks like violaceous euphonia at a nest.
okay.
Look at the male and female
yeah, I
bringing
can
stuff in here. What a splendid experience. We're right on the banks of the Suriname River. We've got a mixed party of tanagers right here, just all over the show. Birds moving about, some other birds as well, not just tanagers. There's some forest elanias here as well, flitting around. We've got lesser kiskidees flying around here as well. This is incredible.
This Birding from the Edge segment is brought to you by Nikon, manufacturers of the Edge line of optics.
Well, we've had some great birding down in the clearing and the secondary growth on this side of the river of Bergendal, but really the best birding is in the primary rainforest on the other side of the Suriname River. Now, we can easily get there by boat, but my executive producer came up with this stupid idea that we had to get on one of these things, zip lining, and you couldn't get two people that are more afraid of heights than me and my cameraman. Smoking ponies! Ah! Woo! Birding from the edge! Ah! About an hour from the lodge is probably the best known birding spot in Suriname. This is the Brownsburg, and the Brownsburg is a laterite plateau with an elevation of about 500 meters. This primary forest around us is an excellent site for a whole lot of birds that are very tricky to find elsewhere in the Guianas. Birds like grey-winged trumpeters, but also a lot of the toucan species. In particular, we're going to be looking for our golden bird, the Guianan Toucanet. A very unique bird from the Brownsburg area is the grey-winged trumpeter. This is one of only 3 trumpeter species, the other 2 being the pale-winged trumpeter and the dark-winged trumpeter. All 3 of the trumpeter species occur only in the Amazon basin in South America. If you look at their beautiful colouring on their throats, that low humming call, that sort of that they make allows them to stay in contact as they forage on the forest floor. And they're looking for fallen fruit in particular, but they also take insects. These are incredible birds, part of a small family, only 3 of them in the world, the grey-winged trumpeter. The reason why the neotropics holds more fruit-eating birds than anywhere else in the world is really simple. In the neotropics, fruit is a year-round occurrence. What I'm holding in my hand here is 2 different types of fruit from the neotropics, and you can see that fruit trees really have to be good salesmen. They have to produce the fruit in a nice edible form that's easily ingested by a fruit-eating bird like a toucan or by a tanager. And also you'll notice the colors. Often with a lot of species of fruit, toucans in particular will favor black fruits first, then maroon, then red, and then possibly orange and yellow, and lastly, green fruits. Scientists have classified fruit-eating birds into 2 main groups, mashers and gulpers. Birds that are gulpers are birds like toucans, and birds which are mashers are finches and tanagers. We're at the top of Brownsburg with a beautiful vista over the lake here, and there are cecropia trees that are in fruit right now. A lot of cecropias, a lot of these palms called kumbu palms as well, also in fruit right now, and we've got green arasaris all around us over here in the forest. This is great. Whole lot of green arasaris. What spectacular little toucans. Out of all the toucans, you get toucans, which are the biggest, then you get arasaris, which are smaller than the toucans, and the smallest of all are the toucanets. Right now there's, what do you got?
Some black-necked arasari also.
Got black-necked arasari as well, right up on the tree here. In fact, oh my gosh, they're going into a hole. Can you see that hole there? This is awesome. We've got black-necked arasaris disappearing into a nest cavity. What will happen is there's probably about 4 or 5 of them in the vicinity, but what they'll do is they'll all roost communally, like woodpeckers, in a cavity. And in fact, toucans are very closely related to woodpeckers. They've also got zygodactyl feet, 2 toes facing forwards, 2 toes facing backwards, and they nest and roost in nest cavities in trees. This is awesome, black-necked and green. Awesome. 2 species. We've got channel bill toucan at the back there. Oh my gosh, look at that, beautiful. Channel billed, one of the largest species of toucans. There are 5 species of toucan to be found in Suriname. We've got 3 of them right here. This is pretty awesome. There is no bird that is more emblematic of the neotropics than the toucan. That bright, outrageous sized bill, which is normally sort of half the length of its body, and it flies almost like it looks as though it's following that bill around through the forest. Incredible birds. One of the larger of the fruit-eating species that we're looking for here in Suriname. What's interesting about toucans is that they'll take that bill, which is totally oversized and ridiculously large, and it almost looks as though there's no ways it can handle tiny fruits with that kind of bill, but they're very dexterous, and they grab with that bill just by the tip, and then they just toss it up into the back of the throat like that. Wow, these toucans are something else. I think I just heard Guianan Toucanet calling over here.
No, I don't hear it.
Do you hear that? It kind of almost sounds like castanets.
Oh, that one, you mean that?
Yeah, that's Guianan Toucanet.
That's it.
Pretty sure. Let's see if we can get this. Hold on. I've got 2 of them. I've got Guianan Toucanet. Yeah, check this out. Awesome. Just going to get in my scope here. That is definitely Guianan Toucanet. You can see the 2-toned bill. Red and black 2-toned bill. Beautiful colors, a tiny little toucan. This is our golden bird right here. We thought we had 3 different species of toucans here. We lied. We've got 4 right here at the top of Brownsburg. That is awesome, bro. Look at that. I want to drench in this little toucan because this is special. These Guianan Toucanets are found only in the Guianan Shield. They're found pretty much in Brazil, Venezuela, Guyana, French Guiana, and Suriname. What a spectacular little toucanet. Man, they look like little miniature toucans. That's exactly what they are, little miniature toucans. Longer tails, but look at the colors on this guy. Spectacular. Wow. Guianan Toucanet through my Nikon scope. What a pleasure, man. What a pleasure. Nice. Couldn't be a better day to be at the top of Brownsburg. It's been overcast most of the day. We've got a lot of mist belt and clouds coming in. We're quite elevated here. We're at 500 meters, so it's probably about 5 degrees cooler up here than it is down at Bergendal. And the birds are just active. We've had a flurry of activity all day. Oh, these arasaris are really chattering, huh? There's a lot of bird noise here. It sounds as though these birds are mobbing something. This is kind of what happens. I'm not sure if there might be a predator around here, but this is typical of toucans, toucanets. They'll often come and mob larger birds of prey. Oh my gosh, look at that, look at that. Shh, just don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Look at that. That's an ornate hawk eagle. That's exactly what they're going nuts for. Check at that. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Come check this out. We've got an ornate hawk eagle perched right in front of these birds are going nuts around here. This ornate hawk eagle is one of the most beautiful of all the raptors here. It's not particularly rare, but by George is this a beautiful bird. Orange, black, this crest, black splotching on a white belly. This is an incredible bird. I can't believe this. I'm going to get this through the scope. Yes, ornate hawk eagle. Look at all the toucans going crazy around it. And they are opportunists, so if the opportunity presents itself to take a small toucan or an injured bird, it'll definitely do it. Ornate hawk eagle. Gotta be one of the most beautiful birds in the neotropics. Spectacular. Look at him. Oh, he's just flown. He's just flown out. He's flying out over there. Oh, man. Whew. Just disappeared. What a treat. We've had 4 species of toucans right here. I know I'm repeating this, but this is spectacular. We've had an ornate hawk eagle come in, disturb everything. There's just birds going crazy all around us. Brownsburg, Suriname, Bergendal. Get here. Having spent the last few days soaking in the bird life of Suriname, I must say that this country is an incredibly underrated birding destination. There are so many special birds to be found here that are found nowhere else in South America, but it's also the level of comfort at the places we stayed at, and I would like to thank the staff and people of Bergendal for making our trip an absolute pleasure.